It doesn't have to be a bad day, though I am not great. Even though he left me undelivered the night of our date. My buddy is single and he is not doing well.
Hi, guys.
But we'll all feel better at the ringing of our church bell.
Give me 1 second.
Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. He is gonna share his greatest advice. To him we give glory. Doesn't matter if you've been cheated on 14 times. He will forgive you for all your simping crimes. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. We're the Down Bad Patrollees.
He wants me to put it on now, but I cannot fucking... There's a lot going on.
It doesn't have to be a bad day if they turn you down.
You guys can't hear any song, right?
If you shoot your shot, Father, and we will be so proud.
Right, well, we'll figure that out later. Hi, guys. How we doing? She made a new version, which I don't think Rowan has yet. The new version's even better. I'll send it to you, Rowan. She sent it to me last night. You can hear the song? You can actually hear it? Why can't I hear it? Is it still going? Can you hear that?
Doesn't have to
Oh, you can hear that.
day, though I am not
If I go away, does it stop? It does. Did it stop when I went away? Oh, it doesn't play in my headphones for some reason. That's neat. That was the new version? All right. Let's go, Rowan. Fuck yeah. All right, we're going to listen to the new version. We didn't play it all the way through, but it is like, I'm not going to be able to hear it either for some godforsaken reason, but it rips. So let's listen to the entire version. And the ending is the best part. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it's friggin' fantastic. She does the prayer. All right, here we go.
It doesn't have to be a bad day, though I am not great. Even though he left me undelivered the night of our date. My buddy is single and he is not doing well. But we'll all feel better at the ringing of our church bell. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. He is gonna share his greatest advice. To him we give glory. Doesn't matter if you've been cheated on 14 times. He will forgive you for all your simping crimes. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. We're the Down Bad Patrollees. It doesn't have to be a bad day if they turn
Also, let me know when the song's over, because I'm not going to know.
If you shoot your shot, Father, and we will be so proud. Just no incels, incest, weird shit with your pets, killing spiders, starting fires, sounding 50 at recess. No baking in the chat, no fedora hats. Don't let your day walk all over you like you are a doormat. No co-leaders, we are great secret keepers. Father will do his best to stop you from being a people pleaser. Come in and have a good time, call him up and get in line. After Father, we all pine communion, but without the wine, we promise it will be just fine, cause he is the divine. This is your sign to join the DownBad Hotline. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to us.
Fantastic. We have an intro now. Everyone thank Rowan in the chat. It's not over? Don't lie to me. Who lied to me? Who lied? The real Jack, you ruined it. We'll play it again at the end. POS. Hype Train, I want to say thank you to a bunch of people. Kai Dot with the resub. Thank you. Rowan with the 4-month sub. Thank you. Gila with the prime sub. Thank you. 100 bits from Dev Nerd. Yeah, I know it wasn't over. We got pranked. Holy wee with the Prime sub. Thank you. I'm aware it wasn't over. That we can't do anything about that. I'm not gonna ban him. I think he thought it was over. They didn't get to hear the prayer. That pisses me off. That's like my favorite part. We will listen to it at the end of the stream, but I've been delaying long enough. We gotta get into the calls. And once again, we have copyright-free Christian music playing in the background because YouTube kept taking down our videos. Or at least copyright striking us. So we're being smart about it now. Devner with the sub. Thank you so much. Everyone take it easy, alright? It was a mistake, I'm assuming. Don't go after him. Danger Dude with 1,000 bits. Thank you so much. Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hi. What can I do for you?
Okay, so I'm well, I was gonna say I'm predicting, not really. So basically, there's this girl in my gym class, and I've talked to her before. Like, I've done it, but like I don't know how to continue the conversation because I was like, "Hey, have you ever seen Moon Knight?" And she was like, "No." And I was like, "She goes see it." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Well,
Yeah, that's it.
yeah, I mean, you went in with a very specific topic. That's probably your first mistake.
Yeah, true.
Because if she says no to that, you know, the advice I always give for making conversation with someone you have no idea how to make conversation with is you go in with a pretty vague but interesting statement. So like whatever you're sharing, so like a gym class, say whatever, say you're playing kickball, be like, oh my god, I just busted my toe, or whatever. Like just make up whatever you got to do, and then from there, whenever she responds, like turn whatever she says into a question. Be like, oh yeah, I did that last week. That last week? Yeah, and it'll give her opportunity to keep talking because people like to talk. So you give her that opportunity, bounce off what she says, go back and forth. But if you go in with a very specific, like Moon Knight, you know, she's not into Marvel movies or.
Well, Moon Knight's great. Don't hate Moon Knight.
I'm not hating Moon Knight. I don't watch Marvel movies. I heard it's good, but it's one of those things where if she doesn't see it, you're fucked. You go nowhere. So you just gotta walk away. So you gotta come in with a little bit more.
I told her to go see it, and she said she would.
End of conversation, though, right? You gotta grease the wheels a little bit. You know what I mean? Because
like, yeah, but like I don't do conversation.
Well, then good luck being a
I'll walk
human.
up to my friend. I'll say the most out of pocket shit, and it's funny. Like that's my conversations.
Well, I mean, okay, there's probably one or two women in the world who will respond to that.
I mean, yeah.
If the game plan is to have a conversation with the girl, you got to change the game plan.
Well, okay, you give me a topic then.
Well, it's all situational. You don't want to rock up and be like, I like birds. You know what I mean? You have to come up with something that's happening in the moment. So I guess think on your feet, take an improv class. But it's one of those things where, like, say the coach, the gym teacher is an asshole that day. Be like, oh, my God, can you believe this jerk? Go from there. Or whatever you're playing, baseball. You're like, I suck at baseball. She'd be like, really? You're like, yeah, I never played it growing up. Did you ever play baseball? You know, as long as you put an effort in.
Yeah. Oh, damn! I just feel like that would have been good. We were playing soccer earlier, and she plays soccer. That's like her thing.
Yeah.
That was, and it was funny. I don't know. I'm not going to get into it, but it was funny.
But that's a great in where you're like, God damn, you're good at soccer. Wish I played. Then you go, how long you been playing for? Da-da-da-da-da. You know, there's just little ins. You got to find your way in. You can't, if you go in with like a set plan, first of all, it comes up super in, like, you know, like pickup lines. Like, the whole point of a pickup line is the fact that it's cheesy and stupid. It's not, you're not like, wow, he's so genuine. Like, a pickup line's a pickup line because it's supposed to be disingenuous. But if you go in with a pickup line and pretend like it's genuine, you're like, oh my God, your eyes are like two pools of beautiful, you know, just, you're like, oh God, all right. Like, did you think this was going to work? Like, be genuine and talk about something that's happening.
Yeah.
All right?
All right.
All right. Bless your heart, son.
That's right, too.
Is he calling us today? No, I just called that person back. I wasn't getting any calls yet because the system's all jammed up. It'll start flowing soon. Takes a second. Poor example.
Call from
Jay.
Jay, how we doing?
Oh, Father. It's been a while. I think I called you, let's say, in about January. I don't know if you remember me. I drove 4 hours for a chick, and then I ended up getting duped. It was a bad situation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
All right, but this time, it's a little bit of a different situation. So, been in the gym, working out all this time. It's been really good, right?
Right.
So I post a couple of videos on Instagram. None too big, none too small, just deadlifting weights, right?
Right.
I get this unusual DM from someone I haven't heard from in a long time because I don't usually speak to this person. All of a sudden, now we're talking for 2 weeks straight.
Word.
Here's the bad thing, Father. It's my best friend's sister. I know. I didn't mean it for it to be this way. Okay, at first it was a casual conversation. She's one of those mean, funny people that like to roast. All of a sudden, we're having deep conversations, trauma dumping. I don't know what we're doing here. Father. I'm stuck in a pretty tight pickle. I don't know what to do.
I mean, has anything gotten explicit yet?
No, none like that. But it's just like having these serious conversations and like just being real deep with it. And I'm like, I'm not sure right now.
Well,
I'm not sure what I'm feeling. I'm not sure how she's feeling. But at the same time, am I fucking up bro code? This is my homie. See him every weekend. This is the homie.
So here's the thing. So I would say, I don't have a sister, so I can't fully agree. But I'm going to put myself in that guy's situation. The situation you're in right now is not as bad as it can be, and it's still salvageable. This is not like deal breaker friendship moment. This is still within the bounds. You haven't fucked up yet. Things are getting serious, but we can keep her in a good friend area. Friend zone's not the good word for it. But you can have these deep conversations. She can be a friend to you as well. But once you cross that line, you lose that friend almost 9 times out of 10. You know what I mean? Like, once you start talking to a dude's sister, it's over. So you got to have the self-control to not let it get to that point. And, it's fine. Like, you don't want to hurt her because you're already having these lovely conversations, and that's fine, whatever. As long as you break it down like, hey, man, like he's going to find out at one point these conversations are happening. This is never going to go away. So, you're just like, yeah, we just started talking about some deep shit or whatever, but as long as it's never been flirty or sexual in nature, you're good. You just got to make sure it doesn't get to that point if you want to keep this friend. If you don't and want to have, a gal around your waist, whatever, fuck it. Go for it.
Nah.
That's what I'm saying.
This is the homie. I mean, like 8 years homie.
Yeah. You don't want to.
This is the guy.
You don't want to.
Yeah, bro.
Because, also, it's a similar. Siblings are fucking competitive. So you never know. Like, there's been so many stories I've heard where people the sister, he goes after her, and then all of a sudden she just wanted to make her brother mad. So that's why it happened. So it's, I'm not saying that's the case, but that's put that in your head next time you think about flirting with her. I'm not saying you have yet, but shit happens. So just be smart about this. Homies are homies. I always explain to these high school kids too, like, oh, my best friend's girlfriend is giving me looks. I'm like, dude, you're going to have that friend for the rest of your life, and he's going to stop dating her around Thanksgiving and freshman year. Fucking leave it alone. Like, this guy's going to be with you for a long time. He's already been with you for a long time. Be smart about this.
You're right. Even though sometimes I be feeling like, whoa, if it drops in my lap, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying, Father? If it just drops in your lap, what am I going to do, man? It's been a hard year, man.
I get that. Oh, my God. I get that. Listen, we're all swinging and missing this year, all right? It's only been a couple months, but we'll include the year path in terms of from whatever to whatever. Pandemic, da-da-da-da-da, all this crazy shit. No one's getting laid. You're going crazy. I get that, but you really got to put a Post-it note on your goddamn phone. Like, the homie's the homie. If she throws it at you, you got to have the strength. And you got to – the best way to stop it on in its tracks and be like, whoa, call her out. I am not comfortable with this, because that will make it so you It's like putting an ad block on your phone. You're stopping yourself by saying, "Yo, cut the shit." Now there's no coming back from that. Now you can't you can't come back and say like, "Oh, I was just kidding." Like you've already made a statement. So if she throws it at you, have the strength, take a cold shower, and say, "Cut the shit," because this is not going to work.
Come on, man. I get. You know what? No. I need to have the restraint. I'm better than this.
You are
I'm
better
than this, Father.
And there's tricks,
Oh,
there's
man.
tips and tricks. You can do it. Like it's not by putting yourself in these situations. It's more difficult, but you can get out of them easily. It's not like working out where you have to force yourself to go to the gym and then you got to stay there for 60 minutes. All you got to do is, push a button. I'm not into this. Boom. Throw the phone across the room. Just, you know what I mean?
Hey.
It's one of those things where
Yeah.
it's instantaneous. You can fix the situation. It's not a long, drawn-out process. So all you have to do has strength to say, like, fuck off, and then toss it. That's all you got to do. It'll be done by then.
You're right. I got to cancel out that scenario.
Yes.
It kind of look cool. I'm not going to lie to you, Father. It does look cool.
I get it.
I got to exit out, though. I get you.
It's kink. Everything's wrong is a little bit hotter. You know what I mean? There's kinks about that
just
shit.
Just a tad bit.
Yes.
Just having a little bit of a one-up every time someone gets roasted. Bring out the sister card. Oh, you're dead.
Yes.
You're dead. But I get it.
But that's another way to lose a homie, so let's be smart about that too. But yeah,
Oh my
100%, Jay. You got it in you. You already know it's wrong, and you already have I feel like you have the composure for it. You just got to implement it, all right?
Yep. Thank you, Father.
No problem. Bless your heart, Jay. All right. I did want to make a note at the beginning of the stream I didn't get to, but let's try and have new callers come in. He hasn't called in for like a long time. It's been a couple months. But like we've recently just been having like people call every show. So I'm trying to, smooth it out. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Call from
Jack.
Jack, where are you from?
I'm from the UK. I rang in a couple of weeks ago. I just heard on your stream you wanted new people. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're the guy who had I'm interested in your story because didn't you say you're going to go for it? There was a girl who lived far away relatively from you.
Yeah, was moving far away, yeah.
Yeah.
Father, I have bad news. It all went wrong.
How'd it go wrong?
We were just talking on texts, and then I can't remember. This was like the weekend before she was starting a new job, and then she was just like, "Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out." Because she basically said that she had a lot going on, and she didn't really want to put a relationship in the way of everything else.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to pump your tires a little bit. So I was a recruiter, right? Do you know what that is?
No.
It's a job where you call people who, you either help people find jobs or you call people at jobs and try and poach them to come to your job, right? So
Right, got you.
what they taught us was there's 3 things. I quit I got fired, but I was out of there by 3 months because it was disgusting. But they wanted us to prey on people who were in situations, 1, they just had a baby, 2, they just got a new job, or 3, they were moving. Because those are the most stressful things a human in modern life can go through in terms of financial and just all around stress. So I wouldn't put that on you as much as it's just a situation you found yourself in, because moving is a nightmare. And especially for people like you in the UK where you think 400 miles is a distance, that's a whole change of life. So let's not close off the possibility. It might happen in the future, but it's understandable that, she's going through a lot of shit right now. It's very stressful. I wouldn't call this going to shit. It's not like you fucked up or she said some awful, nasty stuff to you. She just has to focus on certain things right now, which is like you said, that distance was a problem for you in the beginning that you got over, but to her, she's just moved, she's figuring her shit out, and she has to talk to this guy who's 4 miles.
I'm not the one moving, so it's easy for me to say, "Oh, this is easy."
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm also a bit wary. I may have acted maybe a bit
harsh,
a bit too eager.
In what sense? To go for it? You
What I
mean?
mean? Well, as in just the general way I was around her, I was normally the one trying to keep conversations afloat.
Right.
And when we were texting, she'd reply to me in about 10 minutes, but I would reply as soon as I can.
I personally, how old are you again?
I'm 18.
18. Okay. So this is one of those things that, like, as I got older, I stopped giving a shit, and I guess it matters when you're young, but it's like I have always, since day one, well, not since day one because I learned after a little bit, but like since I was like 17, 16, we all pretend like our phones are in our hands. You know what I mean? Like you're playing this coy game where you're like, you just saw a text from someone you really want to talk to, and be like, I got to wait 5-10 minutes so they don't think I'm desperate. I don't believe in that. We all have we don't have Nokias anymore. We have iPhones. You're probably watching TikTok while she texts you, or they text you. I believe in replying as soon as you can. I don't believe in that eagerness bullshit where you come off as desperate because you're having a conversation with someone you really want to have a conversation with. And maybe she got turned off by that, but it's also one of those things where you will find someone who won't be turned off by that. You should never feel self-conscious about replying too quickly. Maybe spam texting them and that's just annoying, but if you just reply quickly...
No, I never did that. It was normally like if I knew already what I had to say as soon as I read the reply, so I would just put it all in one. I wouldn't just spam, or I would refrain from double texting.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like you didn't do anything wrong. I don't believe so. And once you're in a healthy relationship, like that's the little back and forth game you do when you're trying to like date. But once you start meeting good, genuine adult people, that's not an issue. Don't think too much about that. I always describe it as having a stream of consciousness. Whatever you think.
I just think previous experiences may have like clouded my vision, because I was talking to her friend, and she was like, how quickly are you replying? And I'm like, well, basically as soon as I can. And she was like, you're gonna come across too eager. She's gonna want to run away. And I'm like, well, I don't believe that. I don't think that's a thing I should have to do to make her want, for want of a better way to put it, for her to want to come to me.
Yes.
Like I shouldn't have to wait 10 minutes before I formulate my response. I don't want to do that.
And
as much as she may.
There's the difference to me between, like, this show is not about getting laid. You know what I mean? It's about relationships. And if you want to get laid, there's a whole different ball of wax where it's like playing hard to get and mind games and all that stuff. You're just looking for a hookup. But if you want a relationship, like if someone cares about that, they're probably not great to date in the first place. And like we said, like this is not a confirmed thing. It's just something you're worried about. But if that was what she like turned her off, I don't think you'd want to date someone that superficial anyways.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because like past experiences, like I was in relationships where if I wasn't immediately reading the text and already formulating a response, I was doing something wrong and I wasn't interested in the relationship.
Right.
And then I come to talking to another girl, and then all of a sudden I have to wait 10 minutes. And I did try it one night, and it was pain.
Yes,
I genuinely felt awful. I was like, well, normally I reply instantly, but now I'm taking 10 minutes. She's going to think I'm not interested anymore.
And I have ADHD, so if I don't reply immediately, that text is out of sight, out of mind. I just end up not texting them back, which is a horrible way to live. But it's like,
I feel I'm waiting to get tested for ADD, but the waiting list is like 18 months.
Damn. All right, that's nuts. But anyway, it's one of those things where, that's why you watch those videos like top 10 alpha male ways to get shit done. Every girl or every person, you all have different expectations, and you have all different, turn-ons and turn-offs. So, that first girl that's manipulative, trying to, getting upset with you where you won't text back immediately, and this one wanted, we don't even know if she does, but if she did, she's freaked out by quick texting. Like, gotta read the room. But at one point, you're gonna find someone that you don't have to do this bullshit with. It's about finding the puzzle piece, which is so fucking corny, but it really is like the finding communication styles that match up. Oh, when you find someone that you can talk to really well, and you don't have to worry about that bullshit, and it's never even comes across, like that happens over time because people become less self-conscious. But it's amazing. And this shouldn't scare you away from that. Don't overthink it. Text as fast as you want, because if they're freaked out by that, they're not in your wheelhouse anyways.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like with me, because I feel so. I don't know. I struggle with finding a purpose if I'm not in some kind of relationship or I have a partner. I know that's a bit dark, but you kind of get the gist.
No, I know so many people like that. Like they need
Yeah.
They break up, they find someone new immediately, or they're just like they're lost without a partner. It's a very common thing.
Yeah. No, yeah, but I mean, with me, I can't just go from one to the next because, like I said previously, like I'm not, the girls don't come running to me. Let's
Right.
say.
Right. Well, hey,
I'm very much the discarded one.
We are in the same camp, my guy. I know it seems because I have a bunch of creepy simps in my comments that are always saying shit, but in real life, I'm not batting 1,000. It's been dry, like I said to the last guy. COVID hit and college was over, and we're just out in this real world, and you don't have no real, back and forth with people. It makes you feel like shit, but it's a waiting game, and it's also, the putting yourself out there and just being it's like dodging traffic pretty much. You got to run through the traffic, and you're probably going to get hurt, but you're going to find something. You're going to find that shiny pebble on the street. You get to take that home.
Yeah.
But you just got to keep going for it.
I would love that, yeah.
Otherwise, you just get stuck.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose there's at least hope for the future. I don't doubt that I won't ever see her again. I will probably get bored on, like, a week off from work, and I will probably just take the trip down just to go have a coffee with her.
Yeah.
And then she probably won't have as many things in her mind, and she might think, oh, yeah. But that's completely dependent on whether she finds someone down there.
Well, here's hoping, like with all this moving shit, don't wait too long, but don't move too quickly. It's a delicate wire walk. What's that term?
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah.
I think at the very least a couple months will be good.
Yes. Keep the options open. Let her settle. Then make your move.
Yeah. Thank you, Father.
Bless your heart. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Do you guys think that's stupid? I think that's so stupid. Not him, but like the waiting for shit. I hate that. Let's not text her back immediately. We don't want to scare her away. The motherfucker, I'm looking at my phone. It's so lame. Lazy Kitty, you're fine.
Call from
Aiden.
Hello?
Hello?
What's your name?
Aiden. Father, 1 second. What's good, Father?
What's good?
It's your favorite co-host.
Didn't you call the last 3 streams?
Yeah, I just came to tell you that you're doing amazing, and thank you for the podcast. Also, I have a quick update before I go.
No, I appreciate that, but we got to leave the lines open for other people.
Got you. Have a great stream, everyone. You're doing well, and don't rush calls. Don't rush into things. Have a great day, everyone.
Bless your heart. I knew he was going to show up. What's going on in this chat? What's going on in this chat? Father, please, I am down so bad and I'm outside the U.S. Can I call from Discord or Instagram? We don't have it set up for that. Stop begging.
Call from
Murder.
What's your name?
Oh, hi, Tucky Wucky. I've made a fucky wucky.
Okay. What's up?
Hello? Yeah,
Oh.
go on.
No, what
were you gonna say?
What's up?
Yeah. So I've called in before talking about how I don't have fun at parties. Yeah. So about that, kind of pushing them away a bit more. That's going great.
What's going on? Who are you pushing away?
IRL friends.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know, and it's just like streaks. I've been getting those, and I'm like, I don't want to respond to any of these anymore.
Streaks, like on Snapchat?
Yeah, and it's just like everyone. I don't know. It's just like I feel like I'm becoming less friends with them, a lot. So that's going great. Haven't hung out with them in a bit. I know you said like, hey, like just like don't completely stop hanging out with them, but
How old are you?
I'm 15.
Right.
Well, in like 5 days I'll be 16, so that'll be good.
All right. So these the slow depreciation of a friend group is a nightmare. But you're
I
going to
don't
go.
even think it's a friend group. I think it's just me.
No, it's not, because you're moving away from this friend group. It happened to me 3 times so far, where these things just kind of happen. You're not interested in the situation right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're not pumped to talk to these people, and these people were your friends. Like, sophomore year to junior year, I completely jumped ship on a friend group. They started treating me like shit, and I was just not having it. And I just one day got up from the table, sat at another table, and now that kid I sat at the table with is my roommate in Chicago, and we both moved out here.
That's fun.
But it's one of those things where, like, people change, especially from at your age. Like, this is the time where the person you were 3 years ago is not the same person you are today. Usually it takes like 10 years to not be the same person you were, but you know, puberty, da-da-da-da-da, but like new shit's happening, all that. Friend groups change. You're not interested in these people that much anymore, and that's fine. You can still have them in your life, but it's not. It feels like the world's ending because you're like, oh shit, now you have to put effort in, 1, finding new friends, 2, you feel like you're letting other friends down, you feel like they're letting you down. It's a whole bunch of sad, shitty emotions that have flood through you, but this is the first time this shit's going through you right now, and it's gonna fully change once again. You're in the middle of it, but it's not like you're gonna be, floating down a sewer in a couple days. Like, life will keep happening, and it feels like you're losing, but you're not. This is a very natural thing. People come and go all the time. And I know you said you're floating away, but fuck it. You don't get excited to see your friends anymore. That doesn't sound like friends. It sounds like acquaintances or people in your life. It's like an aunt that you have to say hi to at the party. You're like, oh, hey, Tiff.
I mean, it's not that I don't like seeing them. It's just like I don't enjoy hanging out with them.
That's what I'm saying. They're like, yeah, like you don't have a problem with them, but like it's like it could be annoying. Like it doesn't get your gears grinding.
Okay, yeah, probably that one.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's a slow fade. Plus, like, mental states change and all that. You might be down in the dumps right now. You just gotta, yeah. You're in the eye of the storm, as I always say. People come and go.
Fortnite reference?
No, it is not a Fortnite reference.
Okay.
Good Lord, no. I'm thinking of like a hurricane, but
Yeah.
to each their own. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite recently, actually, since they took away building.
I've seen.
Get dunk on those kids. But anyway, just
Nice.
stay the course. Don't feel like you have to hang out with these people because you feel like you have no friends. You might have no friends for a little bit, but you just got to put yourself out there.
Damn.
You will attract others. You will be attracted to others when you find out what you really want with a person that you want to hang out with.
Okay.
All right, my guy.
All right. Thank you, Tucky.
Bless your heart. Have a good one.
You too.
Are bar parks a thing? That was a bar park.
Call from
Joe.
Is this about to be a Joe Mama joke?
Sorry, no, it's not. Joe is my real name.
All right. Tough name to have right now, but what's up?
I have a story about a Tinder girl that I met. I'm 18, so recently started using Tinder.
Right.
And like this is the first date I ever went on. We had talked on Tinder for a bit, added each other on Snapchat, talked on there for a while, and then decided to meet up at the mall. We went to the mall, hung out for like, I don't know, a couple hours, and it went really well. And then a couple nights later, it was St. Patrick's Day, so I had a like party at my friend's house that I went to, and she was texting me while I was there, and I told her I couldn't drive home, and so she offered to come pick me up. And when she picked me up, like she took me home, and we came into my house and went to my room and made out for a little bit.
Keep it PG-13, but yeah.
Yeah. We didn't do anything else other than that. But then after she left, I just felt horrible, and I felt like I didn't feel any kind of connection to this person, and it wasn't really meaningful in any way.
Right.
And so the next day, I texted her that I felt like it wasn't going to go anywhere, and I tried to keep it like, this is nothing against you, and you're a good person and all, but I don't really feel like this is going to end up in anything special for me. And so I
kind of cut her off after that. And I felt really bad after doing that, so I just wanted to know if I like handled that all right.
You did. You handled that perfectly. You obviously felt terrible, and there's a reason for that. One, it sucks because Tinder's like a hookup app. You know, you guys like made out and shit like that, so it feels like you used her. So there's guilt on that, but you didn't have the connection, and you didn't have a lot of time to find out if you had the connection. You just kind of got right at it. So both parties are a little guilty in that sense. But it's also the thing where, you know, you're not going to stick around with someone if you don't feel that connection. And to you, a lot of guys out there, they don't give a shit. They'll still keep hooking up with someone if they don't have that connection. To you, it's important. There's a couple guys out there like that too. So it's not a bad thing to know what you want, and you didn't want to lead her on, and you cut it off. It's an awkward and kind of uncomfortable, sad conversation to have to give to someone, because it's, like you said, it's not you, it's me, but you can only hear that so many times before you stop believing people. I mean, it's so fucking in the Rolodex of bullshit things people say when they're breaking up with somebody. But it's true a lot of the time. It's like, it's just not, you're a great person, you just didn't fit my puzzle piece. So you handled it perfectly. I really think you did. But, you know, these things happen. You can't choose who you love, and it sucks for her, but, you know, you knew what you wanted. You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. After that, I kind of decided that, like, dating apps weren't really my thing, because I'm much better. I'm a horrible texter, so I'm much better talking to people in person and meeting people that way. So I deleted Tinder. And I've been, like, trying to branch out and actually just talk to people I don't know, even if I think it's not going to go anywhere, just, like, have random conversations. Like last night I went to an ice cream shop and I talked to one of the employees for like 10 minutes about what it's like to work there, just because I want to get better at talking to people.
Yeah.
And I hate dating apps.
I used dating apps in the glory days from like 2015 to 2016, 17. Back when I was just like in college, just mucking about. And I never did well. I think I've gotten something out of it twice over a lot of like chances, just because I'm not good on paper. I got to be able to talk. Like my whole thing is telling jokes and being a little stinker. So that's my whole MO. Like I need to be in person to get that shit done. Props to every guy who can get it done on dating apps, but I'm 5'7", I'm porky. I'm not photogenic. I don't have anything to put in my bio besides like my TikTok. And even then, I don't do that because it just makes me cringe to think that that's, you know, like I'm not going to brag about I don't know. It's horrible. I hate dating apps. I'm going to get that across.
Yeah, I very much agree. I'm a very, like humorous person, and jokes translate terribly over text most of the time.
I usually do really well over text once I figure out someone's sense of humor in person. You know what I mean? Like I know how to talk to them over text. But before that, like I'm sarcastic. I'm a snarky asshole. So I'll say some off-color shit. And then it, you know, comes across as genuine because there's no way to have inflection. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm not a mean person. Like, I want you to talk shit to me. Let's go back and forth. And like, no, it's over.
Yeah.
So I'm on their page. But you handled the situation you were in well. Just now in the future, you know, like, one, maybe slow down before you go into it just so you don't feel so guilty.
Right. Yeah, and I was a little, like, you know, intoxicated. So it kind of made my decision-making a little off the charts, I guess.
But like my father once said, there's no bad he said it much more catchy, but it's, you know, the decisions you make while you're drunk are impacted by the decision you made to get drunk, so you're still at fault. It's just one of those things, like people are like, oh well, I was drunk. Like, yeah, you got drunk, dipshit. If you can't handle being drunk, so in the future.
And the aftermath was still like, I was glad that I did that because it made me realize I don't feel anything with this person at all. Yeah. So it made kind of like breaking it off a lot easier.
But it's also one of those things you could accomplish that over dinner.
Yeah.
It's just so it, like, keep up the public appearance and get the guilt out where you just don't feel like you're using people because it could come off that. But yeah, at the end of the day, you did well. Just keep it up, my guy.
I thank you, Father.
Bless your heart. Let's get some crazy stories going. I haven't heard any stories in a minute. I mean, that was a story. And I don't mind you guys asking for advice, but I want to hear a nutty story. Yes, TSF, I want new people, Keldon.
Call from
Jackson.
Jackson, how we doing?
Okay. So this is kind of an update because I called in like Wait, it's like over 2 months ago now.
Okay.
On Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
Like there was one. I saw it on TikTok. You described it as a glowing testimonial from a viewer.
Oh, was it you?
And yeah, that was me.
Okay, for sure.
And it kind of turned from a glowing testimonial to a glowing dumpster fire.
Oh,
instead.
All right. What happened?
Because so I need to start from after Valentine's Day, okay? So I sort of like discovered that her parents. Well, okay, but for context, I'm 14, so I'm a freshman, so it's not. Yeah, I'm not like 20 or something. But anyways, her parents were like really strict or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she, like 2 weeks after I asked her out, she broke up with me because she said, "Oh, sorry, but my parents really don't want me to have a boyfriend." And so, like, for like a week, I was like, okay. Because in the text message, she said it would be like the same as it was before, right? So I feel like she kind of led me on because she really just like kind of stopped like talking to me after it, pretty much. Like we didn't like interact at all. Like I tried to spark like conversations, but like nothing would really come out of it or anything. And so like a week or two later, I find out at like one of my friend's birthday parties that she, like, her dad made her block me, and she never explained that in the text message. And so I tried to evade that by using Google Duo, which is foreign to me because I have an iPhone. So and so I try to evade that, but then I come to the conclusion that I can't keep that on too long, or else she's gonna get found out, and then she's gonna get in trouble or something.
Yeah.
And she didn't seem like she really wanted to talk to me on it or anything, anyways. And so I kind of like had like a mental breakdown one night because I was like I felt like I was losing this, right? And so I asked one of her friends that was like, I didn't even know she was with her, but like I asked one of her friends that like what was like the deal with her, and she said, "Oh, she really just wants to be like friends, I guess, with you at this point." And so I'm like bawling my eyes out, like, and I'm in the car with my parents, and so this is really awkward. I don't want to explain it to them, but I eventually have to do it anyways. And the situation just gets worse because, she had been talking to like this one kid, the guy best friend, and the guy best friend usually, seems to be more than a guy best friend, And so the guy best friend, I was starting to get like really jealous of him, and he wasn't. His friends, he had like this one like friend that was like really a jerk to me too, anyways. And so, I'm like super jealous of this kid, because he gets to spend all the time with her, but I don't anymore, and my relationship with her is falling apart, right? And so I explained that, and then I explained that to her friend, right? And so her friend is like, "Oh, well, I guess you should really just try. Like, you should really just try and move on, right?" And then like I sit there like bawling my eyes out. At this point, I'm at like, I don't even remember where I was because I didn't eat any food there, but I was at like Olive Garden or something, and I was just like bawling my eyes out, and I get like an image that she sent me, right? Like her friend sent me, and it's a picture of my ex's hand, and it has her initial plus the initial of the guy best friend, right? And this is like the most like this just like starts making me like bawl my eyes out even more, because I was trying to like hold it in at this point, and I was doing a pretty decent job, and then I just start bawling even more, and I reluctantly showed my mom, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, that is messed up," and so, you know, at this point, I just go home and I cry myself to sleep, and I wake up the next day, and I watch the Lego Batman, and because, you know, like my friend told me to rewatch it because he had just seen it and he was like, "Oh, it's really good," because, you know, his little cousin made him watch. Okay, I'm getting off topic. Anyways, so mid watch, I realized that I said something that could have been taken the wrong way, but no, it wasn't taken the wrong way. But then I found out that it was a joke, I guess. It was like a sick joke or something. I don't know what about that was funny. But anyways, I go on, right? I go on living my life. And, you know, the other day in like science class or something, I overhear them talking, like, and she's already moved on, because she like, her friend, not the same friend, but like a different friend, was like compiling a list, like trying to check off like every boy or whatever that she knew for like a crush list or something, like trying to figure out what her crush was. And so I was kind of upset about that. And so the big problematic point that ties this all together is that me and her are in a musical where we're in like my high school does junior musicals, right? Because it's a lot harder to put together a full musical than a junior musical, right? And in we're doing Mary Poppins Junior, and I am Bert and she's Mary Poppins, and there is a scene where she has to like kiss Bert on the cheek, and that's going to be like really awkward. Like, I feel like the whole show is just going to be really awkward because I don't, you know, she's just treated me like garbage, and, you know, but like before everything was so great.
I don't think she treated you like garbage, my guy. She wasn't allowed to talk to you because her dad. Then she blocked her dad after the fact, made her block you. And then you don't know the story behind that. I don't think her friend likes you that much, so you don't know if she drew it on there or what the fuck. But, you know, you can't argue with the parents.
Well, no, because she was complying too. I already knew this. I wasn't arguing with the parents. Okay, what it was is that I was clearly, you know, upset about how everything had ended, right? And she drew like her initial. Like, she did this. This was her idea. This was not her friend's idea. And so she drew her initial plus the initial of the guy best friend on her hand. And this was like a week or two after we broke up. And then she sent that to me, and I asked if that was her hand, and then she put her hand up to the camera and was like, "Here it is."
How was she texting you? I thought she blocked you.
It was through her friend, remember? Like, this is the thing that she did through her friend.
Oh. All right. Well, yeah, that's not great. But, I mean, the relationship ended because of the dad, right?
Well, yeah, no, I didn't. I don't care about that. Like, I understand that. But, you know, I just feel mistreated from the way she didn't let me down. She didn't let me down slowly. She just, like, you know, straight up was like, "Oh, I like this dude now," even though, you know, we just broke up like a week ago. Because we had been talking for like 6-7 months before we started dating, and we were friends before that too.
So are those two dating now?
Probably not, but I'd assume that she likes him by this point.
Well, they're also not going to be allowed to date, so you can get that out of your head. But, you know, you just the play part sucks. But besides that, you just kind of got cock blocked by a parent, and that she didn't handle it right after the fact. But, you know, You live and you learn. You're just put in a shitty situation. Sorry to hear that, my guy.
Yeah, well, luckily, the shows are in like 2 weeks, so after that, I don't have to deal with it anymore. So.
All right.
Yeah, this is more of a story than it is asking for advice or anything. So, it's it's just kind of an update of how a situation that felt really good actually turned into a terrible situation.
Well, isn't that life? The good things don't last.
Yep, indeed.
All right, my guy. Bless your heart.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Have a good day.
You too. Church music. Church music. Refresh my soul. That was draining.
Call from
Grace.
Grace, how we doing?
Hi. Oh God, I didn't know it was gonna connect this time.
Welcome. What can I do for you?
Hello. So I have this guy's friend in my science class, and I found out he had a crush on me like a couple weeks ago, and I didn't know if I like really liked him or not, and he was like oh my gosh, like, hey, like talking to me all the time, and like before I knew he had a crush on me, I was like, this guy's weird, right?
Right.
And today, like my birthday's tomorrow, so today he was like, hey Grace, look what I brought you, and I was like, what? And he gave me like this big like heart thing. I guess it was like from February. Like it's like a Valentine's Day heart thing with like a bunch of those chocolate things in them, but like he took the chocolates out because they were from February, and he put like tiny gifts inside of them that he made.
Aw.
And I was like, this guy, dude.
That's sweet.
So I was like, okay, so maybe we should get with him. But then I was like, I don't know, because like there was this other girl that I liked, and she had told me like she wasn't ready to have a relationship, even though like after she told me that she got a boyfriend, and I was like tore up about that for like weeks. So I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that, because like she wasn't ready for that. And actually he watches the streams.
Are you pulling back right now?
Yeah, he watches the streams. I probably should be talking about him right now.
Okay. All right. We'll pretend this didn't happen. All right?
He'll never know.
Okay. All right. I'll see you later, Grace. You people. Oh my God. You could hear her in the middle of that realizing what she was doing. Oh my God. Wait, no. He listens to the streams. I gotta get out of here.
Call from
Anna?
Anna, how we doing?
Oh my God, I actually got on. Okay, hi.
Are you ghostly?
Oh shit, my dog. Okay, so
Wait.
basically,
Are you ghostly?
Yes, I'm ghostly.
Okay, just wondering. I wanted to make. It's nice that you got in. You've been trying really hard. So.
I have been trying.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my story is about how a guy walked 50 minutes at 9 p.m. and had to cross a highway just to see me for like 15 minutes, and I still don't think he likes me, but I have a reason.
Okay, what's the reason?
He's like, I don't know, he's just like really, really dry, and like he doesn't really engage in conversation, but then when we hang out, like he's basically a completely different person, and it's very much so confusing me.
So, what Sorry. So he's a bad texter.
No, wait, no, but like, yeah.
So, but I'm just like, what?
Like, okay, here's my thing though, is that like, what I mean by like don't engage in conversations is like I'll tell him something like about my day that's really lengthy, and he'll just respond with like, lol or something. Like kind of like he doesn't want to talk to me, and then other than the whole 50-minute thing, I'm always the one that plans like when we hang out.
Well, so what I'm wondering is like, what decision are you trying to make right now?
Okay, so it seems like he likes me in person, but then whenever like we talk outside of person, he just seems like he's like completely uninterested,
Right?
Like not trying at all.
But like, what?
Yeah.
So are you deciding you don't want to keep hanging out with him? What are you trying to decide off of this?
Because I like him, and I want to like shoot my shot, but I don't like shooting my shot in the dark.
I wouldn't.
So I need to know that.
Would not call this in the dark, pimp. Like you can break down to him like, hey, if he's different and joyful in person, break down to him in person like, hey, like when I text you and you only respond a little bit, like I don't. It kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. You know what I mean? Bring that up to him.
Oh, yeah.
Difficult conversation. But, if you want to confirm that, and if he's like, oh, sorry, that's just how I text, or, oh, my God, sorry, I didn't even realize, But if this is giving that mental strain, like you said, like he's crossing hell and earth to get to you, the signs are there. You just, if you're unsure about this, just ask, because you have a lot of good feedback and a lot of bad feedback over the text. But for fuck's sake, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
It's all right in front of you. You just got to make the decision. And
okay, I'll hang out, and then I'll call back to tell you how it went.
I want to make it clear that I think you're already in there. You just gotta, if you don't want to get hurt, the best case scenario is to ask him what's up with the texting. But besides that, Ghostly, you're in there. All right.
Okay.
All right. Bless your heart. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. Give me 1 second. I need a sip of water because I have suddenly come down with a headache. So while we wait, we're going to play a little song. You can hear the end of it.
It doesn't have to be a bad day, though I am not great. Even though he left me undelivered the night of our date. My buddy is single and he is not doing well. But we'll all feel better at the ringing of our church bell. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. He is gonna share his greatest advice. To him we give glory. Doesn't matter if you've been cheated on 14 times. He will forgive you for all your simping crimes. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. We're the DownBad Patrollees. It doesn't have to be a bad day if they turn you down. If you shoot your shot, Father, and we will be so proud. Just no incels, incest, weird shit with your pets, killing spiders, starting fires, sounding 50 at recess. No begging in the chat, no fedora hats, don't let your day walk all over you like you are a doormat. No co-leaders, we are great secret keepers. Father will do his best to stop you from being a people pleaser. Come in and have a good time, call him up and get in line. After Father, we all pine communion, but without the wine, we promise it will be just fine, cause he is the divine. This is your sign to join the DownBad Hotline. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. He is gonna share his greatest advice. To him we give glory. Doesn't matter if you've been cheated on 14 times. He will forgive you for all your simping crimes. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. We're the DownBad Patrollees. Our Father who art in Chicago, bestie be thy name.
Okay, it ended, right? Okay, it ended. There we go. Bestie who art in Chicago. Amazing. Oh, what happened to Google Voice? There we go. Bestie be my name. It's really good. The best art anyone has ever sent as a fan. Father, my update was that I ended learning Mandarin to impress her. Pretty pimpy, you.
Please leave your message for...
No problem, Bobby.
Oh my god, hello?
Hello.
Holy shit, this real?
Yes, it is. Father Tug, what's your name?
I think Samuel.
Samuel, what can I do for you?
I don't have like a crazy story. I just I am in a relationship and I'm thinking about leaving it, but it's really hard because we've been together for 2 years and like it's all this shit.
Okay. Well, first of all, how old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
All right, listen. 2 years is nothing. It's a lot, but it's nothing. I mean, 2 years is usually around the time, like, it's, you know, that's usually when relationships will fall apart. So your life is all wrapped up together. I understand that. But one of the reasons I haven't dated someone for a very long time is because breakups are the worst thing ever. I fucking hate breakups. And do you have any problems with this person, or you're just coming out of it, right?
So we haven't broken up yet. I've been trying to think of like what I want to say and when the right time to do it is. I mean, I know there's no right time.
And there's no right thing to say.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have a problem with her, right? You're not happy in the relationship anymore.
It's just like our relationship is very toxic, I guess. She's very at times, I guess, controlling and abusive, and that sucks.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like, how do I break this to this person without sending them into a spiral?
There's nothing that can stop that, but I'm gonna give you some tips on breaking up with someone. All right?
All right.
There's a lot that goes into this, and I'm glad you're bringing this up because I've always wanted to talk about it on this show, because me and my roommate think we have perfected the art through advice and all this. So there's steps to this. 1, don't do it over text or call. You got to do it in person, and that's not just an act of chivalry. It'll work better if you do it in person. So you do it in person. 1, it's the only way you should do it, but 2, you do it at either a public place, which I don't suggest, or you do it at their house. Don't do it at your house, because if you do it at your house, they don't have to leave, which has happened before. So if you do it at their house, you can leave whenever you want. You can walk out, but you do it at their place. Okay, so we've got 2 things down. In person, at their place. 3rd thing is, there's no arguing. You can always argue. You can always explain a little bit more. You've made your decision. So once you say your piece in terms of I'm not happy, I want to leave this, you're gonna say it like it's a soliloquy because you're just going to get it out because you're so nervous and you feel like shit. But you're going to get it out. These things, she's going to ask why. She's going to ask, what can I do? Da-da-da-da. These things, like, you just got to stick to your guns. I'm not happy. I need to get out of this. We can talk later, but this is what it is, and I'm leaving. Because if you let it go, they'll find a way to convince you to stay in it, even though you're still not happy. You'll feel so bad, or you'll get so gaslighted that you'll stick around. So you got to make your peace and get out. Then, in a couple days, if you want to talk, I don't even suggest doing that, but you could chat it out through text. But that's the game plan. If you do it that way, it's a clean break. All right?
All right. The only issue
Yeah.
is that we are like 600 miles apart.
Okay. So scratch that. But when it comes to that, if you have to do it over the phone, which you're gonna have to because you're 600 miles away, you're gonna have to do what I said, but in virtual form. So in terms of saying your piece, maybe saying a couple extra things, do it over the phone. In terms of on voice, so there's no long texts and having to respond because people can ignore certain parts of text and respond to only certain parts. So all that shit, do it over the phone. Do everything I just said. Don't argue it. Say this is what it is. Throw your phone aside. Watch a movie. But it's not. Don't let it carry on because you'll never get out. Like you said, she's manipulative and abusive and toxic. It's gonna. You'll be in the sink swimming down the hole. You just gotta stay on the edge. Don't get sucked into it.
All right.
And she's going to spiral. That's what breakups do. People don't get broken up with and go, oh, shucks. Like, it's going to be bad. But it's got to happen, and you just got to be prepared for it. All right?
Okay.
All right. Also, once you start dating someone a little closer to you, listen to my advice because it's good advice. But, yeah.
Yeah. Earlier you were saying you wanted a crazy story, and I was trying to think of something to add so it wasn't like a total like, I need to break up with my girlfriend.
Well, no, I mean, we've already gotten a good – no one's asked that question. It's not the same question every time. I'm happy we've gotten this far. We don't have to put a cherry on top.
All right. Fair enough.
You did a great call. I really enjoyed this call, so you're good. I appreciate it, my guy.
All right. I appreciate you.
Bless your heart.
Have a good evening, Father.
I wish you the absolute best of luck. This is going to be tough for you, but I think you got it in you. All right?
All right. Thank you.
Have a good one. No one ever asked me for breakup advice. I like giving breakup advice because it sucks. That's what you guys should be asking me. How do I get out of relationships, not how do I get into? I can tell you how to get out of a relationship like nobody's business. Getting in one's a different situation. I was in the closet and I was naked. And her family was making like cookies. That's like one of my favorite stories of all time. And I'm panicking. I have no pets and I'm panicking. He was such a good storyteller. I couldn't perform. I wonder where he was from. His accent was so distinct. I got broken up with by text. It was so lame of her. I broke up with my ex over text. That's a long story though. I was kind of forced to. We're not going to get into that. But I wish I did it in person. I was really far away, though.
Call from
Mac.
Mac?
Hi.
Is that short for Mackenzie?
Close. Short for McKenna.
McKenna. All right, what can I do for you, Mac?
Hi. I did not think I'd make it in. Hold on. I'm going to connect the headphones real quick so you can actually hear me better.
No problem. I mean, it's pretty clear right now, actually.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So, like, this starts with a little bit of context. It's kind of a story. So I'm going to start with the story, and then I need advice.
Okay.
So here's the deal. I am an adult. I'm 19, and I have been ghosted like 3 times. It started out with like I was dating this girl, she ghosted me, whatever. Dated another girl for 3 years, also got ghosted, and that was like majority of high school. And then went on a few dates with this other girl and then got ghosted. Whatever. So the thing is, I've never kissed anyone,
which is not unusual because I'm 19 and like it's whatever.
Yeah.
But like I have been seeing this guy, and I've been seeing him since like January, and he tried to make a move, and I got scared, and instead of like listening out, I like explained to him. I was like, this is why I got scared. Like, sorry, my bad. And so he's waiting on me to make a move. And then I just get freaked out every time. So like my issue is that I'm overthinking it, and I know I just need to get over that. And I'm thinking I just need to like fully talk to him about it and be like, listen, I like you. I know it doesn't look like that. I like you. I'm just overthinking it. So like, you got any tips for that?
You just kind of, first of all, you just gave yourself the damn tip where it's.
I know.
This is a very unique situation, and it's very like you need to communicate what's going on. But also, I'll give you tips on how to make the move if you want that too.
Sure.
So you gotta understand. I say this to all the youngins on this show that don't know. They're like I'll get a call from a middle schooler like, when? So I'm going to the fair, and I was wondering like, when should I kiss her? So it's like there's no good time to do it, and you got to understand that your first time is going to be a little awkward. You don't you don't hit home runs when you pick up the bat. You know, you got to swing a couple times, and it's like don't expect some Prince Charming kiss. You're going to maybe bump foreheads, or like you won't really know what's going on, but that's to be expected. He's aware of that as well, so the pressure's off a little bit. I'm sure. Right. I'm not going to, you're human. But with that being said, he's waiting for it. You know what I mean? Like it's been talked about too. So it's not even like you're like really putting yourself out there. Like he's sitting there like a puppy dog waiting for his treat. Like, God damn, this is going to be great when it happens. So the pressure's off in that sense too. So usually in a lull conversation, or I say this to other people, but this is perfect for your situation. Like if there's a lull or you're just staring at him, you're staring at his succulent lips, just say like, God damn, I want to kiss you. And then game on like that. He's like, okay, you know what I mean? Just if you say that straight up, it's very honest and it takes a lot of pressure off the situation for both of you. And then he'll be like, go for it, or he'll just do it himself, and then you'll be good.
That's a good point, actually.
But you should also communicate though, like everything, because like I said, like he's probably in the dark a little bit. So in terms of like where you're at right now, definitely talk to him about it. I'm sure he'd really appreciate that. But in terms of getting it done, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm hanging out with him on like Sunday, and I was planning to talk to him anyways. So
yeah, I mean, you're like you said, you called in pretty much giving yourself the advice. I might as well have been a mirror, but you got to get it. You have all the pieces are there. You just got to put the puzzle together, and you're gonna have fun. It's gonna be great. You just gotta, it's like skydiving, kinda.
Facts. All right.
But it's safer. All right.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Bless your heart, Mac. I really believe in you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Damn, getting right into it. All right.
Call from
Jalen.
Jalen, how we doing?
Oh, Father, hello.
Hello, hi. How you doing?
Sorry, it's been a while. I come bearing another update. You probably don't. It's been a few weeks. I was the guy whose girlfriend wanted to do the poly with my best friend.
Oh yeah.
And then we became friends with benefits. So.
Yeah, you're an idiot, aren't you? You're the kid.
Yeah. I'm out of that situation now, but I kind of got her put in a mental hospital.
Okay.
So how do I explain this? After the friends with benefits thing, which just ended actually a few weeks ago. Let me tell you how that went. Her and Thomas had been having some friendship issues. Thomas had just lost his little brother, and Seb wasn't realizing how important that was. And they got into a bunch of fights. Their friendship was over. So I was trying to help reconvene that friendship. Thomas didn't want it. Seb did. So that didn't end up working out. And then Seb told me that she wanted to just be friends. And obviously I was a bit mad, but I understood. And then she set me up with her best friend that same day. And then she made me lead her best friend on. Don't do that. That did not end well. Having to tell her that her best friend that I was not looking for a relationship, that sucked ass.
Yeah.
But then Seb, we had not talked for a while. And so one day we were just chilling and everything was normal. And she texted me for the first time in like, I think it was a week. I texted back and everything was cool. And then I looked on my TikTok, and she had tagged me in a TikTok and it said, when he didn't really love you, he just loved the affection you gave him. And so I called her out on it. And then she was like, you never loved me. And I was like, motherfucker, I spent all this time helping you out with your stuff and putting your feelings over mine, and you say I didn't really love you? And so we got into this huge argument, and it ended with me telling her to never talk to me again and that I don't want to ever, don't associate with me or my friends ever again. And then 30 minutes later, she posted on her Snapchat talking about how she was cutting herself with a key.
A key?
A key. I kid you not. And there was a picture, and there was she was like, the skin was coming off of her arm.
Yeah, it's just a cry for help.
Yeah, and so I told her best friend, obviously. And then on Monday, she didn't come to school. And, she came to school. My friend saw her. She just never showed up to class, so we thought that she was skipping. And then turns out, my friend checked the Snap map. She's in a mental hospital right now because of kind of what I think I triggered that.
Well, to a degree you did, but from every story you've told me, she has not been in a good place, this girl.
No,
I've said that since day one. So she needed help, regardless of what was going to happen. I wouldn't put this on you so much, and it's a little... To put that on her story right after that call, it's a little manipulative. I'm not saying she did it to be manipulative, but you shouldn't feel bad about this in the sense that, you don't choose this. You got into an argument and, she spiraled really quickly. So I wouldn't feel guilty about this, but it's not, you also shouldn't mock it. Like she is in deep mentally. She really needs help, this person. And I'm glad she's getting it. I don't know how long she's going to stay there. But, give her space. Even though she's wronged you and you got into a fight or whatever, don't be snarky, but give her space. And this is something that's, going to ebb and flow for a while. Mental health's not a linear recovery. But, yeah, she's day one, she'd been messing with you and she just obviously has some shit going on. So I hope she gets the help she needs.
That's the thing that irks me, because she's in a group home and she has therapy and she's doing all this other stuff, and she's been doing it since, I think she told me, like 8th grade. And I talked to her best friend and she said that it's not helped her at all. Like if anything, she's gotten worse over the years.
So yeah, it's good that she's in an institution that can help her out.
Yeah, the thing is though, this isn't the first time she's been in a mental hospital. It's like...
He's laughing about that. I don't want to keep talking to that fucking kid. I don't know why he's laughing about that. You mess around with someone. Obviously, she was not all there, dude. You kept messing with her. It's fucking... What'd you think?
Call from...
Stop, it's Hilton.
To accept, press 1.
We need new... Sorry, Hilton. We need new callers.
Call from...
Jay.
Jay?
Yeah, hey.
Did you just call today?
Yes, I called.
We need new callers, guys.
Call from...
Who is this? Hello?
Oh, sorry, wrong number.
Stop, it's Hilton.
I can hear my stream in the background. You guys are killing me today. You're killing me.
Call from...
Jordan.
Jordan, how are you doing?
Oh my god, I can't believe I finally got through. I've called like 30 times.
I'm so glad to have you on the show. What can I do for you?
So I have a story. I'm going to try to keep it quick and also PG-13, so if I don't, please check me.
I'm happy with anything right now. Go ahead.
So I went to college in Britain because it was cheaper than going in the U.S., and in my third year, which is the last year of your undergraduate there, I was on Tinder because it had been a while, and I matched with this guy. We meet up because we wanted to hook up, and he ended up being really cool, and we, after like a week of hooking up, we decided to try like hanging out and dating. And we ended up we ended up dating for like the rest of the school year. He knew I was planning on moving back to the US at the end of the school year, so that was kind of weird at first, but we decided to stay together. I come back, he comes over and visits me a couple times, and then this is where all the drama happens. He wasn't as communicative as I was like needing because, you know, long distance, all you can do is call. There was a 6-hour time difference, which really sucked.
Right.
And so I actually ended up cheating on him with a guy I knew. So that's my bad. Felt really gross about it, but we kind of tried to talk it out. And then 6 months later, he was like, "This isn't working. I don't trust you. We should break up." And I was like, okay. And that was cool for a while. Like, obviously breakups are hard. It was the longest and most serious relationship I'd ever been in. And then the day after my birthday in, I think it was 2021, a friend of mine sends me this news article, and it's this article saying that my ex had just been convicted of, I'm not sure what exactly it was, but basically he was having sexual conversations with minors.
I know. I just watched a YouTube documentary on it from Drake Bell. What is it called? It's like dispersing unethical, whatever. That's crazy. Wow.
Something like that. Yeah. And he was, so he was 27, and the people he was talking to were like 14, 15.
Oh my God, that's not even like, I'm not saying anything below 18 is okay, but like that is obviously going after someone because they're young, not because that is crazy. Yeah. Oh my God, what a loser. And
the worst part is like we had actually talked about getting married like before we had broken up. Like when he visited me in the US, he came for like 2 weeks, and we went and saw this like event place that ended up being a wedding venue.
What a dodge bullet you did, huh?
I know. I mean, to be fair, like, you know, I am not a completely, you know, good person, I guess. I did cheat on him, which, worst thing I've ever done. Hated it. Never want to do that again. But anyways, I just
we all make mistakes, but some mistakes are, you know, the worst thing you could possibly do, and some are, you know, little mistakes. Like,
the thing is, because he got caught because one of the people he was messaging was an undercover cop.
No way!
And in the news, and in the news article, it said that he'd been messaging the undercover cop since November of 2019, which was a month after the first time he visited me in the U.S. So he technically cheated on me first.
With a cop.
With a cop, pretending to be a 15-year-old girl.
What a fucking loser. Oh my God. And he was, and like the fact that it was a cop means that he was going, like, this sounds like I have like a weird amount of knowledge on pedophiles, but I've just been like going down this rabbit hole of YouTubers who got caught as pedophiles like these past couple nights. And like when an undercover cop catches you, it's not like what you think, like a girl DMs you and she's lying about her age and you're like, oh, I didn't know. Like, you have to go to like a creepy ass chat room to find underage kids, and then they lay traps for these kinds of dudes, and then you get caught. So like this guy was probably doing that his whole life, or at least you know
he was looking.
Yes. Oh my God, what a gross piece of shit.
He also blamed it on me.
Break that down for me.
So I was still friends. Like, he had this best friend, and me and him and his best friend used to hang out a lot when I was over there. And basically when this all went down, I was kind of like, who's the person that will understand what I'm feeling? So I messaged his former best friend and was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how are you? What is happening? And he's like, I had no idea. I saw him like the day the conviction happened and he didn't tell me. And then a few days later, the former best friend, sends me this screenshot that my ex had said that was basically like, I know I was stupid. I was drinking too much because I was having a really hard time with Jordan being so far away.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. The drunk actions, like alcohol doesn't change what you want. It clouds your judgment, but it doesn't, it's what you wanted in the first place and you deciding to go for it. You know what I mean? It's a little different. There's a lot of things I'll be lenient on, but this is one of those things where like we can all agree. It's like when Russia invaded Ukraine and everyone for a moment on the internet was all in agreement. Like everyone can argue about politics, but there was that moment like
for like a day.
Yeah, we're all like, okay, no, fuck that. Like this is one of those things where it doesn't matter what you believe. Fuck that. Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
Any excuse you
terrible.
have is so full of shit. And also in America, weirdly, it's like one of the only countries where grooming is not illegal. Like you underage, sexual contact or sexting or all that's illegal. But if you you talk to someone for like 2 years when they're 15 and then they turn, or 3 years, I'm not good at math, 7 years, 4 years, whatever, fuck it. They turn 18, that is when it's perfectly legal. Then you start having sex with them. It's perfectly legal in America, which is fucked up. But in the UK, it's 100% not. They have several grooming laws over there, which is, I'm sure he got charged at least a couple times. Oh my God, it's just so...
I have no idea. I thought about looking up the court records, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. It was just like I felt so gross after finding that out.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely don't put yourself in a situation where you're gonna give yourself some mental issues. But fuck that dude. Is he in jail?
No.
He's not in jail. Did you say that? Is he?
No. So the article said that they could only get him on like the shit said to the cop, because they like couldn't prove that the other people he was talking to were actual real live teenagers or something. So he was put on probation and he's on like the sex offender registry.
Okay, well at least there's
and
that.
He had to do community service.
At least he's on the registry, because if you're on the registry, your life's pretty much over, which is great. Unless you like pissed in a park, which sucks. But there's a kid.
Yeah.
There's a kid in my hometown who took a piss. It's like that movie Horrible Bosses. He took a piss in a school playground because he was drunk.
Oh my God.
And he got caught by a cop and he's on a sex offender list now. And he can't. Yeah, everyone feels bad for him. It's so bullshit. We hate the cop. Anyways, fuck you, Officer Gaylord, which is his real name. But no, fucking fuck him. I'm so glad you called in. That dude sucks.
That was my last serious relationship.
How long ago was that?
Oof, we broke up in October 2020, and I've been kind of trying to date since then with no success.
Well, it's the world's a changing. It's fine. We're all struggling at the moment. Don't worry about it. But at least you have a story to tell the next guy, huh?
Oh yeah, and all of them are very horrified every time I mention it.
Yeah, just the cheating thing. Maybe you've made the recompense. You don't have to worry about it. I don't think that's the right word, but.
Well, I actually try to be open about that because I know some people don't want to date people that have cheated before.
Yeah, 100%. I'm just saying, you have that in you now. You understand you made a mistake,
right? Which
is good. So
yeah,
go with that. All right, my guy.
All righty.
Bless your heart. Have a good one.
Thanks, Father.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna call Jay back because he picked up the phone and I said, "Did you call in today?" And he said yes. But apparently, he wasn't. Wait, hold on. Apparently, it was a different Jay. Who was it? Was it this guy? Hold on. I'm gonna call him back. I saw the chat. Bite. Is this you?
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
That's 404. Hold on. Does it start with 404? Stop it. I'm calling you back. Does it start with 404? God, you guys call me so much. Is it 440 or 404? Bite, respond to me. Oh, 718. God damn it. Why'd you say 404? Oh, okay. All right. Don't say why you said 404.
Hello?
Hey, why'd you say you already called? What I asked
No.
you?
Okay. I was like, yeah, I tried calling 20 times. I didn't mean I was new. I'm sorry. My fault, Father. My fault.
You're good. You're good.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much for calling me back. It means
I
a
felt
lot.
bad. If you're a
No,
new person, you know what I mean? It's hard to get on the show regardless, so it's...
No, I really, really appreciate it.
Just
so,
to get that close and tell you to fuck off, that was a little bit... But okay, go ahead.
It's okay. Misunderstanding. So my story starts off with, so I've had this girl who I've been a friend with for a year throughout college. I'm in college right now. I'm a junior. And I've had friends from the beginning of college, like 3 years. And they're my closest friends. I consider them family. Because, like, I moved far away for college. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have a new life and everything, get away from all that high school garbage and stuff like that. And I move away and I meet these friends for 3 years and I get really, really close to them. And this girl comes and I get romantically interested in this girl. Now, we grow really close really quickly. And it was within probably 4 or 5 months. We weren't dating, but she didn't really want to date at the time, but I was playing the long game, I guess. That makes sense?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So I was waiting around because she said I might be ready for a relationship, and I feel like I shouldn't have taken the maybe as a possibility. I really should have moved on because I kind of got a little obsessed because she helped me out so much mentally, with my mental health and stuff. So we would stay up till 5 a.m. while the sun was rising in our car, and we would just talk about our problems and issues and stuff. And we went to 15 miles down the coast to see the stars on a secluded ass beach and shit, that type of romantic gushy stuff. And it was so adorable and I loved it and I appreciated her so much. And what happened was this semester started and she started getting a heavy workload and I didn't realize it at the time, and I wanted to hang out with her more. And this was my fault now, and I realized this, and this was terrible of me. I pushed to try to hang out with her because she always texted her friends and stuff, and she texted and FaceTimed to all of her friends, and I wasn't getting any of the attention, and I got jealous, and that was really, really wrong of me. I should have been patient. And because all of a sudden she wasn't talking to me, she wasn't responding, and because she said she was busy, and we have this huge falling out because over spring break I texted her. I'm like, hey, do you want to hang out so we can catch up and stuff, because I know you've been really busy, so maybe at the beginning of spring after the end of spring break we should be good. And she was like, yeah, sure, I can totally do that. But I pushed for one of our long night stays where I would sleep over and we'd crash at 5 p.m. And I texted her, I'm like, can I sleep over? And she said, I don't know about that. And I responded with, oh, come on, can't be, please. And I pushed for it, which was really, really wrong of me.
Right.
And then she just ghosted me. She seemed very, even more than before. She just ghosted me. And all my friends all of a sudden started getting angry at me. As it turns out, she showed those texts out of context of me asking to sleep over at her place to all of my friends. And they all thought that, I was being a creep and, pushing her boundaries and stuff like that, which I understand it was wrong of me to be, in my, wording of that, but, I messed up. And, I'm trying to see where, my friends just don't even want to talk to me at this point because of a bunch of other social reasons, because all fell into the perfect mess pile,
Yeah. Stacked up.
Yeah. And now I'm at a point where I'm in a mixed emotion of both upset and sad and betrayed, because I'm if you would have come to me and just told me that you didn't appreciate me pushing your boundaries and stuff like that, I would have stopped. But instead you went to my friends and showed this all out of context and made me look terrible, and I'm a little hurt, I'm a little betrayed. And yeah, I'm just like, now I lost all those 3 years friendships are just down the drain at this point, and I'm like, I don't know really what to do.
Well,
just like,
what? Yeah, I mean, we're in a bit of a pickle here. I mean, sucks that happened, but college. I was telling the other guy, I went through a bunch of friend groups in college as well. I was in a frat for a year and a half. That was a nightmare. But it's just one of those things where you're in the best place to rebound ever. I mean, you did. It's like someone explained to me. This is going to sound wicked dramatic, but someone explained to me when there's a stillborn or a child dies young, a big part of it, of course that's the worst thing that can ever happen.
Yeah.
But a part of it is one, you love that fucking kid, but two, it's you just you gave so much and did everything you could, and it fell apart, and it's just you're like, fuck, you know what I mean? It's fuck, it's frustrating. So with this friend group that you have, it's that situation minus a million, but it's still the same thing where it's you feel frustrated, like you said, 3 years down the tube, you're just God damn it, I had all these friends, but you're in the best position to rebound. You're in college, you have senior year going on. This is the time. Join clubs, things that you're interested in, meet new people. You're in the best place ever to get back in there.
Heck yeah, man. I mean, I was another story, but it's a little bit related. So my friends I started a club in my college, and my friends voted me out because they were all on the board and everything. And do you want to know the worst situation about this? These friends, they're my roommates.
How many?
It's
how many people do you live with?
So I live with 3. So me included. So it's a quad. So it's
college life.
But
still.
Yeah.
I said,
and I'm
your lease is coming up too. This year's almost over.
Yep.
Time to restart, my guy.
Yeah, it is definitely a big restart. I want to. If they ever come back, I'm accepting. I would apologize to them because I came off as creepy and I didn't intend to, and I don't want to be looked at as this person that's just a monster in their eyes.
Yes.
Because I want to understand that I want them to understand that I know that I made those mistakes and I want to move on. It's but also it took me forever to realize what the mistake was, because I had to pry so hard to figure it out. I'm just tell me what's wrong, they wouldn't communicate with me or nothing.
Right.
And I lived with these people. I'm you don't want to even communicate or put in the effort to try to fix things.
If you said, it was out of context. So if it's presented in such a way, there's certain things that you're just all right, fuck this person. I don't even want to deal with that.
Yeah.
So that was the situation they were handed. But just reset. You got it. You got a whole year, and if you were in a small town and you were 30, you'd be fucked. But you're not.
Yeah.
You have the ability to rebound. So get at it. All right, my guy?
All right. Thank you so much, Father. You have a great day.
No problem. Bless your heart. All right. And now it's that beautiful time of night where we raid somebody. Oh my God, we're almost at 18,000 followers. We're at 17,906. Tell your friends. Let's get to 18. Pardon me. Is Dex here? Dex, hop in Discord real quick. I'm running over time, but let's chat real quick. Oh, is G-Bones in there? Oh, you're playing Valorant. All right, never mind. How are you playing Valorant in the chat right now? Is Dex still here? I know people who are watching this on YouTube or on the podcast are going to be confusing. My brother's in the chat. G-Bones, get the... okay. You're not even sub, G-Bones. Fuck you. G-Bones is another guy I play video games with. That's all he is to me. We're not doing bingo that one, kid. God damn you. Alright, we're gonna... this guy looks like a neat individual. We're gonna raid him. I will see you guys on Friday. Coming in hot. Bless your hearts. Love with your heart. Use your brain for everything else.